It's all on the table. 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 We ain't gonna walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gonna talk about it. Let's go. We ain't gonna walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gonna talk about it. Let's go. It's all on the table. 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 It's raw sass and he gon' bring it like a DoorDash. Every Thursday at noon, it's about to be a blast. We put it all on the table like a smorgasbord. And it don't matter the subject, it can be explored. Yeah, it's really on and he going strong. Don't bring the kids cause we talking grown. Bring your opinion, don't matter if it's right or it's wrong. We preaching the topic, it's on. It's all on the table. 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 We ain't gon' walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gon' talk about it. Let's go. We ain't gon' walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gon' talk about it. Let's go. It's all on the table. 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 Boom, boom, boom.
What's motherfucking popping? We back in the building. All on the Table podcast coming at you live each and every motherfucking Thursday, talking my shit as I do so motherfucking well. I be your boy Raw Sass. And as always, I bring an ensemble of the shit talking this motherfuckers I can find to come talk some shit with me, man. Chop it up with me, politic and shit like that. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and introduce everybody. First off, I got probably the most inspirational nigga I ever heard in my motherfucking life. We got Gary in the building. What's poppin', Slime?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing, man? You know, appreciate being on the show.
That's see how he said that? Look, man, what's going on, man? Hey, how you doing?
So as y'all can guess, Savagely Humble in the motherfucking building tonight. You already know she gonna talk her shit no matter what. What's up with you?
You already know I'm about to go whoop some kids' ass because somebody crying. Oh, man, girl. Savagely Humble. It's a Hard Not Life podcast. You already know. Y'all know me. Fuck it.
And when you whoop their ass, can we listen?
And that's child abuse.
I don't give a fuck. I still want to hear it.
No, because you got to put this on YouTube.
Hey, people love to hear that type of shit. What you mean?
Now, if it wasn't going on YouTube, I'd allow y'all to listen to. If this wasn't recorded, I'd allow you to listen. Probably let you watch. Look how I'm whooping this motherfucker.
I will stop this motherfucker right now for that show.
You stupid. Shut up, bro.
I must be the only one who don't whoop their kids.
Yeah, but you're struggling with your gentle parenting. I think you might want to come back over to the dark side. So
I'm definitely struggling.
Yeah. Come back over here with us. You know.
We got Miss Alora, the one that don't want to be her kids, in the building. What's up with you?
What it do? Your girl Alora D from the Alora and Hour podcast with Alora Dan in the house. It's a pleasure to be here tonight.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. So this is how we're gonna kick this shit off, right? If I told y'all something about my past, would y'all judge me about it?
Yes. It would depend on what it is. But yes.
The boy said yes.
At least he honest.
It probably, yeah. Ethan.
I wouldn't judge you.
Okay.
So if I told you that I used to be a stripper, would you judge me about that?
Oh, hell no.
I would believe you were lying.
Get your money, lady.
Hold up. What the fuck that's supposed to mean? I can't be a stripper? What the fuck you trying to say here?
I don't think she's saying you can't be a stripper. She just don't believe that you was a stripper.
What the fuck is wrong with me that I couldn't have been a stripper last year?
You're not giving stripper vibes.
Stripper personality.
What the fuck is stripper personality? What the fuck is that?
You know what?
You know, stripper personality, they gonna do anything to get that dollar. I just don't think you have it, because I know somebody tip you $5, you gonna be like, you need to reach into your purse and pull out another 10. What you think this is?
Yes, that is definitely
that
true.
Is absolutely true.
that is absolutely true. Like, you're not gonna give me a 5 and expect to slap my motherfucking ass. We're not doing that.
Period.
Listen, lady, you want this elephant trunk on your forehead? Pull them dubs out at least. Fuck is you talking about?
Ooh, not the elephant trunk
on the forehead. Jesus,
that's what y'all doing there, right?
I mean, yeah, tap me on the forehead a few times.
Swing it around.
Yes, elevate my thoughts.
Woo!
Roger that. So, what if I told y'all in my stripper days I used to find all the chicks that, wanted to pay for a little bit of schlong on a late night, and I used to take them back to my room, and I would drug them and rob them. How would y'all feel if I told y'all that?
Okay, Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a little wild.
Yeah, that's
man.
a different.
That'd be a little wild.
I mean,
I would
I don't
probably
think I
tell
could trust
you
him.
moving forward before you invite me on the show. Let me know what the topic is about. But
Damn. So if I did it, that would be a problem.
yes,
Yeah,
So why
definitely.
wasn't it a problem for Cardi B?
you're absolutely.
Why is
right.
it everybody said that's part of the game? Them niggas deserve that shit. Why
didn't
is
say
it
that.
that a lot of motherfuckers was saying that because Cardi B did it, it was them niggas was dumb as shit. You shouldn't have got robbed by a stripper. Them niggas deserve that shit for trying to pay for pussy. Why was it okay for Cardi B to do it, but if a man was to do it, it would be a problem?
Oh, can I take this one first?
Yes, the fuck you can.
I think the reason why people deem it okay is because, historically, you don't really see women committing crimes. Crimes are usually committed like that.
Lies and deceit. Women commit the most devious fucking crimes. They just better at getting away with it. But keep going.
Yes, but it's something that you see men do. So when women do it for men, I think men see it as gangster. They say, okay, I can have shorty by my side. So they don't view it as disgusting when a woman do it because they're like, oh, that's cute. Look at her trying to be a little gangster wangster. You know what I'm saying? But for a male, it's expected out of you already. So if this aren't expected out of you, then you're gonna get the worst type of reaction to it. Thus, a woman, what pushed her to that? She probably was trying to get to that bag. It's justifiable for women. I don't know why.
No, and
So
that's
for
the
her, hold
That's
on,
the
real
fucked
quick,
up
Gary.
part.
So for her doing that and chasing the bag, it was okay. But if I did it chasing the bag, it would not be okay.
Yes, unfortunate. It's a double standard in life. And I think I was speaking on this not too long ago, how we try to hold men to a higher standard than women, and we give women a slap on the wrist. A woman can sit here, accuse a man of something, mess up his whole life, and everyone's just like, oh my God, poor her. I mean, just look at this case with Jonathan Mayer, I think that's his name.
Majors.
Majors, okay. One woman said that he assaulted her. Now we got 100 women coming out the woodwork, where we don't know if this woman slapped him first, but if she had slapped him first, is he must have provoked her. Is never what did she do for him to give that type of reaction. And it's just this thing, and unfortunately those double standards always come for Black men. And I think the outrage is always towards Black men because it's expected of y'all because y'all are already looked at as criminals, whether y'all date white women, marry them, or whatever. I ain't gonna go there because that's a whole different topic.
Big facts, big facts. Hey, Gary, you was about to say something. I cut you off. My bad, Slime. Talk your shit.
I think that Yvette highlighted it. It's just a huge double standard. And when it comes down to things happening to men, a lot of people take the stance that, oh, well, men do it too. And it's just sickening to hear that, because are we really talking about equality, or are we just saying, hey, people want the opportunity to do the same type of trifling type of stuff? And so Cardi B admittingly drugging men, doing all these things,
Drugging men to rob them, drugging men and letting trannies chew them up, all types of just foul flavored shit.
Yep. And she was able to do it, and people have always sided that, oh, it's okay because she's a woman or a person's a woman. But if a man was to right now, if any rapper would have said to people, hey, I drugged women, Daniel Caesar just came back and all he had was an opinion about something.
Right.
He didn't even say he did anything, and they banned him.
Bill Cosby was going to jail at the same time Cardi B was doing these lives talking about how she was drugging niggas and getting trannies to suck them off and all that type of shit. And everybody was, oh, Pill's a disgusting, dirty, greasy ass fucking guy. He's fucking horrible. And at the same time, they was praising the shit out of Cardi. She's so amazing. She got these niggas. Oh, she did what she was supposed to do. She got that bag. Get the fuck out of here.
But also, let's not forget the world don't view her as a black woman. Only when it's time
I
to
don't
sell
give a fuck
records.
what color she is. Bitch, you was wrong. You was
But
out of pocket.
but if she was a darker skinned woman and actually identified as a black woman, then there would be outrage.
I
You
don't.
think
I don't
so?
even think that to be true. I don't
I
think.
don't
I
either.
think that any. I think that any woman. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is things that happen with a darker skinned woman. If she was, I'm pretty. I could agree with you on that. But for the most part, women in general, if it's something that historically or it vilifies a woman, if it's something that men have done, they take the stance point, unfortunately, that men do it too, and that's the problem.
Can I throw you guys for a loop?
Go
She
for
did it
That's-
too. Damn it.
I was about to
No.
say, please
I
don't
would
tell me you was out
never.
here drugging niggas.
I would never. It's the agenda of the government. Think about this. Do we really need men to procreate? Really think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
A woman can go into a clinic and get a man's sperm and come out here and carry a baby. Now, if they
Hold
want
up.
to
She can get a who
men,
sperm?
a
She can get
male sperm.
just so you still need men no matter how you look
No,
at
no,
it.
no, 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 no,
Rather
no.
he
You
splashing a
don't. Wait,
couple in
wait.
that
No,
butt, he
no,
still
no.
need it.
You don't. You don't need black males or males free for this to happen. You don't need them
But
free for this to happen.
he
But
still
in order
needs
for
he still needs a squirt in a cup or in that butt for it to happen.
raw, you got to look at it. You got to look at it from an elevation level. How many women you see locked up compared to men? You don't see a lot of women locked up compared to men because the world needs women out here. Even though you guys help us procreate, you can literally get sperm from anywhere. You can have a gay man go into a clinic, squirt in a cup, and place it in a woman. She's gonna walk out here and take care of that baby. You need the women out here to nurture the children of tomorrow. The men aren't gonna do that. Men aren't natural nurturers. So it makes sense to lock them up and dispose of them more so than women, even though women might commit the same crimes. The world don't go around without us, really. The world knows this, America knows this, the government knows this, but they'll never admit it.
I can see
She
where
got
you're
a valid
going with it.
point.
I
She
can
got
see
a
where you're
valid
going
point
with
on
it.
that one.
Yeah.
I can see where
So-
you're going with it, but I don't think that applies to what happened. I think that here's a celebrity that people have surrounded behind, and she said things, and this is something where she, unfortunately, she did something that was wrong, and people took that as empowerment
Facts.
because we historically look at men as being in power. And it's not to say that men are not in power, but historically, men are considered to be in power. So any type of get back to men is justified.
Big facts.
Lorena Bobbitt chopped the man's penis
Mhm.
off and threw it out the window.
And got praised like a motherfucker.
Women were praised.
Facts.
Mhm.
So if a man went around right now mutilating women's and tossing their clit outside of a window,
He would be the worst person in history.
they would look for the chair.
Facts.
Well, maybe it's because men don't stand together as much as women. When you think about coalitions, you see women always forming women's rights groups and pro-feminine and all of that. You had what was called the Million Man March back in the day. That was the biggest thing that I seen with men supporting each other. And I'm going to speak on black men because I can only speak on my culture because I know my culture. I don't see black men really supporting each other like that. I think if black men formed an alliance, nigger, oh, no, I would say niggers Avengers. Let me quit. But anyway, let me quit. That's so rude. But anyways, no, like if black men formed something like that to protect themselves from stuff that, women, we protect ourselves by ganging up. We get all these groups, we form these groups, these super girl groups. And you can't tell us about our bodies. You can't do this. You can't do that. And men don't have that. You have some men speaking out on it, but then you have a whole bunch of other men talking about, yeah, they lame, they some squares. But if you put that lame and square mentality together and actually form a bond with your brothers and really create a brotherhood, then I think that things like this would happen less to men.
So the goal for this motherfucking episode was for us to talk about double standards. And One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Allura just threw out so many double standards, is not even funny, and didn't even realize that that's the crazy part, right? You just said something really profound, that a man cannot tell a woman how to be a woman. Yet women believe that they are the ones that can teach a man to be a man, which is a hell of a double standard. So if I can't tell you how to be a woman, basically what I want is a woman. How is it a woman can tell a man how he's supposed to be, how he's supposed to love, how he's supposed to act, how he's supposed to dress? Why is it a man can't do the same thing for a woman?
Because men date women, and what happens? Women try to pull them away from their traditions. You have to remember this. When our sons grow up and they go out into the world, a mother's biggest fear is a woman taking her son and changing his mindset. I think if men were able to hold on to a part of their parents' teaching, especially their mother's teaching, then I think we wouldn't have this issue so much, because women, we want men who imitate the men that we seen growing up. Like my uncles were very profound in my life. My uncles always worked. My uncles know they're mechanics. My uncles know how to do so much. So I would look for qualities like that in a man. But when a man starts dating a woman, he can't tell her, my mother cooks, my mother cleans, because I'm not your mama. Okay, it's like, for women is a bad thing to be similar to a man's mother, but yet you want that man to be similar to your father, your uncles, your brothers. So I think that's where the issue lies. If women would stop taking offense to a man saying that my mom was a bit traditional, I want you to be a little bit traditional, I want to keep a part of my family tradition alive. For men, it's like, oh, he's still on his mama's titty.
Facts. But I've watched a lot of videos, podcasts, conversations, stuff like that on this exact topic, and it's so many women in these conversations. They're like, "Oh well, no man should be able to tell me how I should dress. No man should be able to tell me that I should have to cook. No man should tell me when we should be having sex. This is my body. I do what I want. I cook when I feel like. If I don't cook, so what? You need to figure it out." But these same women are also the same ones that are saying that the man is supposed to protect them. The man is supposed to provide for them. So how is it that a man is supposed to do all these traditional things that you believe you're supposed to have because you watch your dad do it, but now you can't do the same thing? How is that fair? How is that fair to a man that he has to conform, but a woman does not? Gary, what do you think about that?
I think you guys are raising a great point. I think that a lot of times people, instead of just accepting that, hey, some people don't know how to cook, right? Like if someone says, "Oh, well, you need to cook like my mom," people get offended. And I think that it just is about how we say it and communicating. I think that there are a lot of things that we can, communicate on things that we expect or that we're looking for in a relationship with a person, and say it in a way that, hey, this is what I'm looking for. But I do think that society has played a huge part in how we're trying to give people a take it or leave it type of mentality and try to be abrasive when we could just communicate. If you're with a person and you like that they cook, you say, hey, I would prefer to be with a woman that cooks, or I prefer to be with a man that cooks. But nowadays,
are people actually allowed to communicate anymore? Is
they
that really
are,
a thing?
they should be. But you know what happens? People get offended when they're excluded from whatever you are providing. So if I say I would like a woman to be let's say 5'11", I'm 6'8". If I say, hey, I prefer to date a woman who's between 5'10" and 6'1", any woman, I mean, unfortunately, some women who don't meet that standard would get offended. Instead of just saying, hey, that's that man's preference, they would get
respect it and keep it.
I definitely,
people don't respect people's preferences, and when they don't fit the person, instead of saying, okay, well, hey, I just don't fit it, they get offended and then try to make it to be something else.
I definitely was about to ask that. Humble, why do you believe that men are considered misogynistic for their preferences, but women, when they have a preference, it's like yeah, you supposed to have high standards. You're supposed to look at it that way. But if a man say the same thing, it's like, oh, you just hate women. Maybe I just don't want a chick that's fucking 300 pounds. You can't be upset with me about that. I'm a short dude. I don't want a chick that's fucking 6'3". But now if I don't date a chick that's 6'3", oh, you just hate women. How the fuck I hate women just because you tall as shit and I don't want your big ass?
Not your
Like,
big
that's some
ass.
bullshit. Yeah. Like,
But no, it's definitely a double standard with that because again, like Gary said, your preference is your preference. Nobody could change what you like or how you like it. If I'm 5'3", he's 6'8". He said he don't want nobody he wants somebody 5'10" to what the fuck am I supposed to do? Be like, oh no, nigga, you gonna want me because I'm all woman, regardless of my height. No, get that. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And I just think that, especially nowadays, the way that society is and the way that the internet is mind controlling everybody, soon as you say one thing, like you said, it makes you deem all women on God's green earth, you don't fuck with him at all. Or they want to say, oh, he gay. I think that's crazy. I think that's absolutely crazy. I'm 5'3" and I don't want a man 5'3" to 5'6". What do you want me to do? That's what I like. I want somebody to, I want to do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that is your preference. And when people realize people are allowed to have preferences and allowed to like the things that they like, everybody don't have to like fake asses. So when a man talk about a BBL, he body shaming. No, we want to see jiggly, bitch, not goddamn. You know what I mean? So like, you can't get mad at that. Like I had a conversation with somebody, they don't like big girls. I was not offended.
Right.
I said, okay, you just don't know what you're missing. That's all I said to him, and I kept it pushing.
But I think that also speaks to a lot of people's insecurities.
That
because everyone wants to be accepted in every single group ever. Listen, it's going to be some, it happens. You're not going to be a part of every group. And unfortunately, in our society, we want to include everybody and everything. And that's just not true. Look at what happened to Genuine. I think it was Genuine, right? A while back where he was on some show and it was some transgenders on the show or a transgender person. And they wanted him to kiss the person. And he said, no, I'm good. He didn't disrespect. He wasn't rude. He didn't say anything. And they were like, homophobic. What?
Yeah.
So we want everybody to want and desire us. And when they don't, we then attack the person.
Right.
As opposed to saying, like you said, oh, you're lost. Okay, cool. All right, well, okay.
Keep it pushing.
Right.
People don't know how to just move on from a situation. They got to sit there and dwell and make it more of what it is.
I just had a conversation with somebody the other day, right? And we was talking about how everybody is so fucking soft now. Like nobody could say nothing about nobody or you just wrong. If I say that this dude right here, he's gay, he's too flamboyant for me. Oh, you homophobic. If I say this chick right here, she's 2 pounds over what I like. Oh, you hate women. Or all women are beautiful no matter what they size. Fuck that. If a dude is fat, y'all gonna say that nigga fat as shit and he don't get no pussy. But a chick, she could be 7,500 pounds and it's like, oh, she deserved to get some dick too. That's some bullshit. That's some
it's a
bullshit.
Participation trophy.
Man, fuck that.
I'm never mind. Fuck it.
No, talk your shit.
I just don't understand like that my 600-pound life. I'm be so confused what these men be smoking because and this about to sound real fucked up, but how, Sway? How? Thanks. Like we're it, and even when it's the 600-pound life with the man and he got a woman, how are y'all finding these body parts? Y'all are not just sitting there happy and satisfied without any type of sexual encounters. I don't care what nobody say.
They're getting it.
I didn't say it wasn't. I just said how are they finding it?
I mean, you probably got to lift. You know what I'm saying?
It might take a little extra work, but it could be done.
I feel like if you are a man dealing with a woman that's that big, you better have the biggest dick in the world because there's no way you reaching anything.
First of all, why are you so upset?
Right.
I'm not upset at all. But I feel the same way about a man. Like I like a man with some meat, but some my homegirl was like, "Nah, I like him 300 and better." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not lifting a stomach up to suck a dick. That's crazy. Like, no, that's mind blowing." And the motherfucker was like, "Oh, but you're big." I said, "Yeah. See the difference between me and him. When I lay back, my stomach go back with me. Ain't no stomach in the way of this thing here.
It ain't
So
blocking nothing.
it's not covering anything.
Maybe the top of it, but nothing else.
It ain't covering shit." Because when I go back, it go back just like that. Period.
Should have fucked that.
So yeah, I man, I mean to each his own though. To each his own.
Listen,
you like what you like.
I agree with you 100%. You like what you like. It just pisses me off when I keep hearing people complain about how, especially when it comes to men. Oh, a man is not like, okay. If I was to say what I don't like about a woman, if I was to get on here and say, you know, I'm tired of seeing women do this. I don't like women doing that. It's like, oh, why you so misogynistic? Who are you to say what men shouldn't do? I mean, what women shouldn't do? But you can find 1,000 podcasts, 1,000 shows, 1,000 conversations where women are grouping every man. Men ain't shit. Any dude that ain't around his kids, a deadbeat dad, not knowing if that baby mom ain't worth shit and keeping that dude out her life, out the kid's life, he's instantly deemed as a piece of shit, ain't shit, baby dad, no matter what. But this baby mom can be the worst issue. She could be the whole problem. She could be the reason why he never sees his child. She could be doing all types of nut shit, but she will never be looked at as a piece of shit mom because she's the mom. If you go into these child support courts, a lot of these lawyers and judges will tell you the moms is normally the worst 90% of the time, and I ain't gonna say all because some of you niggas ain't worth shit. I ain't got no problem saying it, but a lot of these judges will say 90% of the time it's the women. The women come in there, they be the ones that want to fuck the dude over because they ain't together no more. They want to fuck the dude over because they happy, and a lot of times it's the woman that leaves. But oh, what did he do to make her leave? What the fuck you mean? She found another dick. She wanted to leave with that one. It ain't had shit to do with him. You can't be mad at him because she found
not all situations.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all. I'm not saying all. But you can't be mad at this dude. You can't be mad at this dude because she decided to go mess with somebody else. Sometimes, and then you hear it all the time. Oh, he was too nice. What the fuck is a dude being too nice to you mean? That shit
I never understood that one
always.
Either.
Can I say something? Because I want to address something that you guys were saying about why women are like this. And I think it's because of the steroids. I think it's oppression steroids. I think women were oppressed for so long that when they finally got their voice, they didn't know how to come down off of the steroids. They got pumped up, not actual literal steroids. But I think that women found their voice. And then once we found our voice, I ain't gonna say we because I'm not a part of that group. But once women found their voice, they didn't know how to simmer down and kind of get back in their lane. You know, I think someone kept overhyping them. We got to have this, we got to have it, we got to take that. It was like, okay, we got the right to vote now. We have the right to work now. We have so many rights now. So I think that women for so long before us, they fought for all their rights and to become a whole person, that they kept passing that energy on down the generations. And then no one actually said, okay, we got some of what we need. Let's dial back and let's let these men lead. And I think that they started mimicking men and wanting to be like men because it's like an addiction, right? Think about it. It's like an addiction. You get a little bit of power. Okay, I got my voice. I can tell this dude this. I can tell this dude that. Oh, wait, I can go to court and take him for what? And I can sit back and not have to work. And I think that no one found that balance anymore. We as women should learn to find balance with men. But not all women are like that, going to child support court just to get someone,
No. I'm not
all
saying
of them like that.
I'm not saying all. I'm definitely not saying all. Again, it's some piece of shit ass dudes out there that all right, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Me personally, I believe that the child support system is the second biggest scam on the fucking planet. That's just me. That's right behind every form of insurance. If you don't believe insurance is a scam, then I don't know what the fuck can tell you. It is what the fuck it is. Behind that is child support. Think about it. You take your dude to child support. They say we're gonna take $200 a week from this guy, but you're only gonna get 150.
Right.
Why the fuck? That shit makes no sense. You're wasting
Right.
$50 at this point. Secondly, now you got somebody in your life telling you what y'all supposed to do, how y'all supposed to have visitations, how y'all supposed, why y'all can't, as grown adults, teens, whatever the fuck y'all was, y'all came together and y'all mutually decided that I'm gonna stick my wood inside your vagina. Why y'all can't mutually say this is how we going to raise this fucking kid? We're not together, so fucking what? But we still can do that.
Ego.
Now, I'm not putting it on men or women. It is what it is. It's piece of shit motherfuckers on both sides. But I do believe, and I went through the system, so I was even told myself that 90% of the time it's the women that come in here and they got the biggest ego, the biggest attitude. A lot of times the men is actually there like, yo, I just want to see my kid. Like, if I gotta pay, I gotta pay. It is what it is. Oh no, you gotta pay me more. Like, you can't expect this dude to go broke to make sure that you still survive. It's about taking care of the kid. As a unit, y'all can still take care of the kid and both of y'all still be good.
Right.
But now you telling your girlfriends and everybody else in the neighborhood, oh, this nigga ain't shit. He don't want to take care of his kid. This nigga could be giving you $500 a week. But because it ain't enough for you, you're saying he ain't shit and everybody's like, oh, he's a piece of shit. That motherfucker ain't worth nothing, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not every woman that's doing it. I agree. It is not every woman. But there are too many that are, and it creates unnecessary bullshit behind it.
I agree.
Oh, go ahead, Annie.
I just seen this video, which is crazy because the child support situation. I just seen this video. This mother and father coming out of the courthouse. She got granted like $1,200 a month or whatever. And he walking and she recording and walking behind him. Yeah, nigga, that's why you about to pay me. Give me that bag. And I'm like, yo, what the like, are you serious? I don't know the man's situation. How the fuck do we know? Like, people see and they on there like, yeah, girl, you don't know what that man's income is. They taking 1,200. Now he left with fucking 900 for the rest of the month. He got to pay rent, pay bills, go to work, eat. Like, what are we doing? Like, that shit is not necessary. I've never been one that just want to go, oh, I'm going to child support. I don't give a fuck if you do it or not. My kid's going to be taken care of regardless. And I wish a lot of people would have not the same mindset, but a little more of that. Like, bro, at the end of the day, you still going to have to make sure that kid is gravy with or without their dad, a mutual agreement or a court order. You're going to have to still do that. But if you don't do that, they're going to take your ass to jail because you have this full custody. That's why I think when people split, they should do fucking what's the shit? Joint custody. So shit, if something do go down, y'all both are fucking kind of, I guess depending on where the kid was at, but y'all both are responsible for these situations because we both made this child.
I think that Alora said it best that at times child support and people not handling their business is about power and ego.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am for, even though I am a man currently on child support, I am for child support. However, I think it needs to be updated because just like Ross said, people are able to abuse it and make it not be about the kid. So
Right.
I get my kids, just, to be transparent, I get my kids 50% of the time. I pay more bills for my children. They're on my insurance. Any type of financial agreement or any issue, we discuss it. If we split it in half or whatever, I'll take care of it. It gets handled. However, in the eyes of the court, because I make more, I should pay. I think that that's wrong. I asked them. I said, hey, I get my kids. If somebody can only get their kids over the weekend, I do think they should pay child support. If they're not being able to contribute, because like Ross said, there is a percentage of women who ain't shit, and there are men who ain't shit and they're not contributing. So if one parent has a kids throughout the week and this one other parent only gets them every other week and they're not contributing, then unfortunately the government should get in. I was opposed to I was opposed to being on child support, and I said that I don't think that, I should have been on child support, but I can't control another person for wanting me to put on child support. It's a very small amount. Because again, I handle my business. It's not a problem. But I think that child support needs to be updated. And I think that there needs to be parameters to protect men and women, because there are women who are going to utilize it and say, oh, you're going to pay. I don't have to work. I could just do this. And there are men who are like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm paying out. I know men who pay out the wazoo and get their kids.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Me too.
They're paying a lot and they still got to pay. And I'm like, well, what's the formula? How are y'all coming about these things? And when you do a deep dive into it, child support is BS because they haven't updated it. They're using a very archaic system to make, decisions. That's why, we talk a lot about when we see all these athletes or all these celebrities making they got to give somebody $300,000 a month. And it's like, why? Because they want you to balance the lifestyle. And that's just crazy to me. That does give people an incentive to work or not work.
So let me tell you guys a story really quick about a friend right now. So I have a friend who has a baby dad. She decided to move out of town, right? She was living there. Baby dad seen the child once. And they was in a relationship. They ended things. She got engaged to someone else. Baby dad said, F you, that dude gonna take care of the baby and be the daddy, basically.
Oh, shit.
So she was there in town, no help, no family. So she upped and left to come to a different town, get a job, take care of her family. Now, when the baby kind of gets of age, she asks for help. She needed soccer equipment. Hey, she ain't put him on child support or nothing. She says, hey, our son needs cleats for soccer. What, they're like $60. Aren't paid the registration fee and everything else. Can you get that? Nah, you should never move the kid out of town. Well, first of all, the baby's 3 years old. You haven't seen him but one time. And you're not on child support. You don't call. You're not allowed to be in his life because your girlfriend says that you can't, even though she was nowhere to be found when we made this baby. And then the baby turns 11 or 12, and then the mom sends him with him, and I can't handle him. He got to come back here with you. He comes back, right? Now, mind you, second time in life, you only done just a little bit of stuff. Baby's like 11, 12. Baby's want to say like 18, not 18, well, 17 now, right? Mom's like having some issues. I need a little bit of help financially. Well, that's your fault. Your fault. If you never moved out of town, I would have been the father to my kids.
17 years later, you still saying the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Well, I didn't put you on child support because the person in my life stepped up and said, hey, listen, nah, you ain't got to ask him for nothing. I got this child. I'm going to raise this child. But now that person is struggling because of COVID. And now, oh, no, y'all niggas want to live like y'all white and shit. It's like, no, not trying to live like we white, but we are taking care of your child too, that we made together. And you still don't pay child support. You don't buy no clothes. You don't see them. You don't do nothing. But without trying to, put their business out there. And she's in a position where she's just like, maybe now I should put him on child support because I'm struggling and he's not being responsible for his child. And I'm like, I don't know.
If he ain't do nothing then, the fact that you thought at 11 he was going to do something, at 15, at 17, it don't matter. If he didn't do nothing in that first year, when you moved on, you were supposed to completely move on. You should have just completely cut him off. There was no point of you unnecessarily wasting your energy contacting this guy. It was pointless.
It was for the child's benefit. It was for the child's benefit.
Yeah, I get all of that. I get all of that. But now
benefit, but this man was not in this child's life
from day one
for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And now when we say it's for the child's benefit, now we want to reach back and now we want to get this man involved. Now, don't get me wrong. It goes back to what A said. First, this man should have been fighting for his rights to get joint custody. I think that a lot of times people have such a negative viewpoint on custody that they let things happen. They have a lot of resentment toward it.
Mhm.
I have joint custody. It would have been no way that somebody would have dictated to me what happens. I'd have been like, no, let's go to court, do whatever we need to do. So people don't get that legal support. And then it's just people thinking they could dictate whatever. But I will say in this situation, she moved, and it sounds like she was dependent on other people. When that ran out, now she wants to reach back and get with him, and that's just unfortunate.
100% not dependent on nobody, no other people, nothing. Just, when COVID hit, she lost her job, so it was like she never needed to reach back out. She never needed to ask for anything because she and, her other half were doing it. But then she's just like reached out to him like, listen, we're struggling a little bit. I helped out as much as I can. We're struggling a little bit.
Okay,
but,
good friend.
but, can you step up and, just help out here and there? I'm going to take care of your household. Like, first of all, you're not taking care of my household. I need you to take care of your son. Your son needs clothes. He needs shoes. And actually, I think it was for some type of sport. I think it was a sporting event again, something for that. And it's just like, dang, bro, you don't do nothing for your kid.
So
And
once
Hey.
he wasn't there from day one, the fact that she
It's
thought
no
he was gonna
way.
be there at any other time,
Right.
she should have just let that shit go.
Yep.
There was
There's
no
no way.
point. You wasted your energy even contacting the boy ever again. Like you should have just.
100%.
He told you
Exactly.
he ain't want nothing to do with the kid. Once you made your peace with that and moved on, move completely on.
Right.
Don't even look back. Like it is what it is because it's never gonna change. Now, all he gonna do now is be more bitter. Because now it's like, what the fuck? You gonna wait? You moved on. What the fuck is you calling me for? I told you I didn't want nothing then. Why are you calling me now? Like, it is what it is. That was a kind of a waste of her energy. But I will say this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I see, and I've had it done to me as well. I see so many baby moms, ex-wives, whatever, what they'll say like, oh, the kid got a sporting event. I need you to pay for this. A lot of times,
They're not using it for that.
Unfortunately, that's not what it's for. It's just let me get some money out you. I'm gonna say it's for the kid, but it's really not. So a lot of times when dudes hear that, a lot of times it's one of those because I instantly feel like you lying type shit. And it might be true. She might have was trying to get some cleats for the young boy, but he might be looking at it or seeing a situation where I ain't gonna hold you. I know somebody who literally every month she picked 3 dudes and told them that she needed an abortion. Every month.
Wow.
Oh,
But
every
I know
month.
for
That was her come up
that
was her rent at the beginning of the month every fucking month. She never used the money she made from work to pay her rent for at least 6 months that I know of. Because every month she hit 3 niggas up like, yo.
That's just grimy. But I know for a fact
crazy.
this is the situation. She told him like, listen, it was one time she told him, she said, listen, it's just need help with the light bill. That's it. And I think it was like $100. She said, you can pay 50. I got the other 50.
Oh yeah, once you said light bill and another nigga lived there, he wasn't paying that.
No, this is like, but your kid live here too, though.
It's the
I'm actually with Raw. If you got a man, ain't no way you ask me to help you pay a bill.
So then,
but
this is the thing. All her money went towards the baby's education. The baby had some issues.
That's what she should have put him on child support.
But you know why she didn't?
Absolutely.
You know why she didn't? Because he was already going through some stuff with child support, and she was hopeful that
that's not her business.
When the nigga said from day one,
trying to be a good person, trying to be like,
that's not being a good person. That's just trying to
being
rely
foolish.
Right. That's if off rip, just like Ross said, if off rip, this man was not willing to contribute, then she should have just straight put him on child support. Again, I am for child support if you have exhausted communication. I 100% agree. There should be a conversation. When I went through my divorce, there was a conversation. And I said, hey, this is what we can do. We talked about it and we went from there. So her saying, oh, I was doing it because I was a good person doesn't do shit. I mean, we don't know the gravity of their relationship because I would probably ask, well, why wasn't she maybe more of an advocate about them being together as opposed to just
We
when
all-
it's paid, but
we don't know.
the situation.
We don't know
the
why they
gravity.
broke up.
Right.
We don't know
the
what happened in
gravity
these
of what
situations.
happened. Right. So she should have put him on child support. I know a lot of women. I've had a lot of women clients that they have these issues about not putting a person on child support. And I'll say, if you have tried to communicate with this person, they equally have shared what happened. And if they are refusing to assist, then put them on child support. That's just simple and easy. That's just.
I can tell y'all straight up.
Damn, I've been giving bad advice then. Shit.
I actually was giving.
Fucking
I
up,
was giving
Laura.
my ex-wife more money before we went to child support than after. When we went to court, the judge told me I was paying too much.
Yep. See?
And a lot of these women don't understand that. They feel like, oh, well, if you can give me that, you can give me more. I can give you what I can give you. I can give you the maximum amount that I can give you to where we both surviving.
Right.
Because at that time, I was giving her a bunch and just surviving. I wasn't like stacking nothing and none of that. I was literally surviving. And the way she felt like, oh, well, you can give me more. A lot of women believe that. And a lot of times that's where the child support kicks in at, because I feel like you need to be giving me more. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
And but that's where a lot of women fuck up at, because you absolutely could get more with a verbal agreement than going to the court system. You could absolutely get more. You could get the money. He give you X amount of dollars a week or every 2 weeks when he get paid, however, right? And then he's still contributing to clothes, shoes, school supplies, haircuts, hair did, whatever. That's money you don't have to spend, right? Yep. And then you go to the court, and now that, i.e. 50 Cent's fucking dumbass baby mama, she was getting the bread she got. She go to court, ask for more. They gave her $1,200 a month for a man that's rich as hell. You stupid. You see how stupid you is? You know what I'm saying? Like that just don't make sense. It makes absolutely no sense. But with your friend's situation, like they said, she should have initiated that before, or if she was just like she wanted to be a good person or whatever, she should have never asked him for nothing ever again in life. I got a 17-year-old kid. His father was locked up for 8 years of his life, but was still able to send that boy money as he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot, but it was something. It was enough birthdays, whatever. If I talk to him on the phone, XYZ needed something. If he couldn't do it from his little monies that he had one of his siblings do it. You know what I'm saying? It's ways. My brother was like that. It's ways to get these things without having to do all that extra shit. But when she moved, is what made him extra bitter, even though he only seen the child one time while they was in the city. I would have never talked to him again. I wouldn't have sent my child to him. I wouldn't have did nothing, because he was already feeling some type of way. So she should have knew as soon as she moved.
She should have just cut that shit off.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she should have just nipped that shit in the bud, cut that shit right there. It is what it is.
Oh yeah.
But we gonna play some motherfucking music. We be back. Let's do it. All on the motherfucking table, baby.
Might check you crazy for this one. God damn, so crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, that's true. Now wall stats don't match, dude. We not compatible. I'm homebound. I swing great. See, I don't bat and bull. Swing round for that plate like it's from Baton Rouge. Act a fool. I'm in the mood. You want the news and papers too. Read everywhere. You saw the Baton Rouge. I'm making moves, not amazed with your phase. You are not in the way. Thank God I'm passing through. I ain't even cray for real. It's more cray-cray. On both sides of the field, Delante. You can't say fake. Man, you know what it is. You about to catch the hate. Stevie J, you knew it was big, but still crossed the faith. Either way, you get what you give. And now I'm saying thanks and praying grace and through with my hands until you off the plate. You nip them in the bud, then they off your case. So next time you get a rush when you hear him say, that's fine. Cause last time you said that shit, I lost my mind. Doing fine, and I ain't gonna let y'all block none of the shine. Can't knock me off my grind or push me off the square. Like, why you even trying? I'm heavy everywhere. That's cool, but I don't even care. Guess what? My next move to keep you over there. This is long overdue. My career's over you, especially if y'all the only niggas that's stressing me. I'm built for this shit. Most niggas got leprosy. You're too weak. See, these the only time get the best of me. Like a new drug, about to burn out legacies. You sweating OD like Chris Rock in the factory. Perpetrating ether, your name should be Lisa. Cause either you're a Simpson or a diva. I mean what I say, and I say to a skeezer. Trips and chips, you gets neither. Dipped in fabric, I'm fit and you cheaper. So I don't need rips to make me no believer. So Eva, that's fine. Last time you said that shit, I lost my mind. Doing fine, and I ain't gonna let y'all block none of the shine. Can't take me off the grind or push me off my square. Like, why you even trying? I'm heavy everywhere. Shit, that's cool, but I don't even care. Guess what? My next move's to keep you over there, yeah.
You asking me for something that I can't give, and that's my time. When my phone rings, shorty start whining, it's the same shit. She ain't been the same since boat trips and dining. Shorty know my life's different, so other bitches inquiring. I'd be lying if I said that I was out here chillin'. We only fucking how you all in your feelings. You fuck the mood up, though we had some rules established. This is too much, we ain't here to smoke and chill, not to be booed up. You doing the most of my folks, just hit my line. I got plans to link up with a zip, if you don't mind. Yeah, my time real expensive, on my wrist is something Swiss made. A Victor looking so damn fancy, like something Swiss made. Switchblade sharp, this the part when I bounce. Boke's eye parked in front of your house. He got the horn blowing, arguing with you back and forth. This shit is ongoing, only took a matter of time. I see your horn showing. Yeah. I wanna take my time. What's wrong with that? Yeah, she blowing my phone up. 8 missed calls, shorty, you drunk. I'm out here in the mix, like what the fuck is you done? Furthermore, I'm starting to feel some tight. I'm out here vibing with my folks, you fucking up my night. You in the way now, phone blocked, I don't got shit to say now. Heard you did some askings, cause I don't be round the way now. And I'm off that, you burnt out, shorty, I had to fall back. You got some predictive rays, I should've saw that. Call back for what, it ain't nothing for us to speak on. I think that if you see me in traffic, it's best you keep going. Keep doing you and I'ma leave it at that. It ain't no love lost, just we ain't that. Let's fall back. Yeah, I know it's all good, cause the zip got options. White sands, yeah, the boat just docked in. I'm straight. Breakfast with her best friend, calamari and crepe. She fucked up about it, I see it in her face. Look at her. Yeah. Can't deny I'm with you, baby. I wanna take my time. I like multiple women. Zip oil. This shit different. Yeah. Yeah, you already know. Yeah.
Alright, motherfuckers. We back in the motherfucking building. All on Table Podcast. Got the same motherfuckers here talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Gary, Mr. Laura, and my twin and them in the motherfucking building. You know what I mean? So let me ask y'all a question, right? Because we talking about double standards, right? Mm-hmm. Is there a difference in a chick taking 1,000 dicks and a dude fucking 1,000 chicks?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I say no.
Man, no, it's a difference.
What's the difference? Please.
Dick don't get loose.
Hold on, see, See, here's the thing. Y'all motherfuckers be wondering why I like this motherfucker right here. Ever since I was on your show and she said she fucked the only rap shit, I knew I liked this motherfucker. That day. Cause she ain't named one R&B song. She was like, put on some fucking mystical, put on some motherfucking Trick
when I got
Daddy,
to the fucking love song, the rap love song,
said,
everything was
Oh, she was on the show that day?
Yeah.
He said, fuck all your love songs. Give me some Trick Daddy. Give me some motherfucking everybody. Give me some E40.
She said too short.
E40?
Period.
Too short.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I feel about Too Short.
Take that always kiss me goodnight stuff on the back. Take it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Gary, don't
that,
know
that don't even that conflict. That don't even
She's a
sound
pimp.
right.
It
Wait a minute. I'm still a very soft, feminine woman, you know.
Hey, you could be as
that
feminine
doesn't even
as you
mix,
want, but
doesn't
we know
even
what
mix like that.
we know what it's hitting for, motherfucker.
You ain't
So
gotta
go
be
ahead.
masculine to be a pimp.
Talk your shit, Mr. Laura. What's the
Go ahead.
difference?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the difference is, I mean, I don't know. For me, I feel like someone entering you is different than you being the one who's doing the entering, because women, we take, I know this is gonna sound crazy. I feel like we take on the spirit a little bit when we're sleeping with people. They leave a part of them behind. When a man ejaculates in you, he's leaving some of his essence, and you don't know what that, what
Shit, I'm leaving all my essence on him. What you talking about?
And for me, it's just like, I don't know, me being more traditional and growing up a certain way. I just never thought it was okay to kind of just deal with so many men, because I liked having the fact that no one can have my name in the streets as she's loose, she's a hoe or anything. Now they'd be like, that bitch crazy. That's about it. But as far as
niggas that talk too much.
Yeah, and niggas, and that's another thing. Dudes talk too much, and then that's gonna, for some reason, it devalues women. And I was like, I don't know. For me, I just don't want too many people entering me. And
yeah, you should have been on that body count episode. I heard.
I like to feel like, I want to be able to feel something. I don't want to be so wide.
So let me ask you this:
I don't know.
You did you push all your kids out, or you had C-section?
I did. I pushed all of them out.
You pushed all of them out. Your pussy loose?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But that's no. See, that's different.
How?
Because when you're exiting, your body naturally spreads apart so that you can push that baby out and it goes back.
So
when you're
entering, it spreads apart as well.
Hold up, real quick, because I can apply some shit that I fucking learned. For those of you motherfuckers that don't know, I am in school trying to get my motherfucking RN. Yes, I ain't as dumb as I look, you motherfuckers. Just so y'all know it.
It's a lie. He's still dumb.
He about to spit some facts. Go ahead.
Fuck you too. But there are skin cells inside of your vagina that is made for your shit to stretch as soon as you get pregnant. Extra skin cells start to build up just to allow it to come out. That does not happen when it comes to having sexual intercourse. It does not happen the opposite way. So for a lot of y'all females that don't understand, a lot of y'all be like, oh, if a nigga dick smaller than 35 inches, he ain't fucking me. At the end of the day, your shit is stretched the fuck out. Now, you may not want to know that. You may not want to hear that, because the inside of your guts is only about 4 to 5 inches. It is not 19 fucking inches long. So when you trying to go out here and fuck all these horses and you mad because the average Joe motherfucker can't fit up in there, it's because you got a hallway. You don't have a vagina no more. You have a hallway. It is fucking different.
Yeah,
now I know. Y'all don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. The honest truth fucking hurts. That's the fuck on y'all. But your shit is stretched. But keep talking your shit, Laura. Keep talking your shit.
But the vagina, that part, like at the bottom, what's it called? The perineum. That part, when the man enters you, it stretches. So every time he comes out, it pulls down. When you're having a child, it doesn't pull down, it stretches out. When you're pushing that child out, the doctor normally has to take his hand down there and pull down some, just to stretch that out to assist the body. And he's right. I'm just going based on science, and that's why you see people doing all of these teas to tighten up, and those steams. I think they call it Yomi steams.
Bitch, you better sit here and squeeze that bitch and create the muscle.
Every time you have intercourse, you should be working that muscle anytime, all the time. You should always, every time it enters, grip, let go.
When you
Grip.
sitting here in this
Like
chair,
gold.
grip,
Keep it tight. That's how you know.
grip the L.
Period.
You was about to say something, Gary.
Yeah, I forgot. No, I got it. We shouldn't, but unfortunately we do. If I mean, I wouldn't look at it differently, but I can't. Society is gonna say it's a big difference.
Hold on. Before you keep going, so you telling me you meet a chick right now, you say, damn, what's up with you, love? Y'all get to chopping and get to busting up. You're like, damn, I'm really feeling this motherfucker. And she tell you know what? I fucked like 35 dudes this week and it's only Wednesday.
Yeah,
You gonna be like,
no, I wouldn't. Just because I said that I don't look at it differently. If I turn around and tell her, yeah, me too, I fucked 35 chicks this week, then we could be together. But if you told me this is what you did, no.
so you gonna be like, cool, like let me be 36,
I would not.
baby.
No, I would not say cool. I would be like, all right, well, I'm 36 and that's it. I wouldn't. But that's not what we're saying. You're saying if this person had told me that they had sex with over 1,000 people,
and they're only 25.
I mean, that's a lot going on. I would want to know what's going on. You know,
That's a mental disorder.
Right.
I would feel like something.
1,000 at 25. That's crazy.
She likes
I would feel
dick.
like
What's wrong with
I would
you?
want to ask more questions. I would ask more questions. But ultimately, if she just said, "Hey, I like having sex," cool. I wouldn't knock her the same way I wouldn't knock a dude who said, "Hey, they got it in 1,000 times."
But normally the women who do like to have sex like that, they'll be very open and honest, and they'll tell you, like, listen, I have a small addiction, and this has to be pleased, and they're normally upfront. You know, you can, but the women who they just run through just because they need those bills paid, it's a whole different type of horse.
Yeah, I had that whole conversation about the body count thing. We had niggas say, yeah, it matters. No, it don't matter. We had one dude come on there and try to convince us that it matters. And then as we talk to him more, he like, damn, y'all right.
Right.
That
shit was fucking hilarious.
No one should be asking anybody their body counts. That's crazy.
At all.
Yeah.
First, I don't even know what it is.
So
I don't even know what mine is. It's somewhere between
I know where mine is.
1 and 50,000. It's somewhere between
50,000.
Wait,
hold
what?
on.
I don't know where it is.
Wait
It could be.
Nigga said 50,000.
It could be 1 and 50. I don't know. I'm
Hey
just
man,
saying.
listen. Chicks love dudes
listen.
with dreads, man. He might be the lucky motherfucker. You never know.
I don't. I mean, not
He seen her. Think about it like this. He seen her. He planned on fucking her, and he did it.
Right.
I'm not saying me 50,000, but that would be crazy for me to try to go back and try to have an exact number. That's crazy. Like, who does that? I've had one night stands. I've had one night stands. I don't remember.
No, it's a lot of dudes that know they count too. Like, it is what
That's
it is.
crazy.
Like,
but hold up. We got my nigga that rolls dolo from state to state. We got Boom just stepped in the building. What's up with you, Slime?
What's up with you, brother, man? What's up? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we trying to be like you when we grow up. That's all. Hey, listen, let me ask you a question, Boom. Is there a difference between a dude that fucked 1,000 chicks and a chick that took 1,000 dicks?
Hell yeah.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
For one, females are being penetrated. You know what I'm saying? We can go wash ourselves off and shit, you know what I'm saying? But they are actually getting changed on the inside, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They go from one size to the other size to the other size, and then the walls is all fucked up. Now, don't get it twisted. You got some niggas out here who probably, I don't know. I just know from talking to a few females, they probably got some rusty dicks, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they done fuck 50,000 females and shit, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, though, when you getting dominated by a man after man after man after man, like, we go do the dominating. We put you in all the positions. I know y'all seen a video where dude was making this girl do all the positions in 1 minute, like she was always asking why get so tired. So he made her like reiterate all the positions. But anyways, though, yeah, man.
What video is that?
It's a little comedy type joint. I guess you could call it comedy. It's a dude like what he been doing. Like his chick was talking all this shit about how he can't fuck long. So he was like, all right, mind you, she not even doing nothing. She just humping air. And she every time she hit about 20, 30 seconds, she tired as shit. And he like, yo, like, you see what niggas go through while you sit here complaining because I can't fuck you for an hour.
Come
like,
on,
I'm fucking
man.
tired. Like, I'm putting it, first of all, I'm holding your legs, I'm humping, I'm trying to keep my posture up. I'm doing all this shit. Like, that's all these different things take energy while you typically just laying there. So he like, you do them. And she hurting every single time. Oh,
like
my hips hurt. Oh, my legs hurt. My arms are
That's
tired.
like when someone had told me, they was like, I could only ride for like 60 seconds. And I was like, bitch, what?
Yeah, she'll definitely get a bronze medal.
So Alora, unless you are a fucking unicorn, most females are not riding you more than about 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
I'm not a unicorn. I know like some people, that's their favorite thing to do. Mostly runs in my family though, you know what I'm saying? Ain't trying to toot our horn.
So basically you got a family full of Megan Thee Stallion needs. I hear you.
Now my knees ain't my knees ain't shit. But but you just, I guess because I've been with, my husband for so long that I had to, because when I first started, I can't ride for shit. Let me tell you. Because I just ain't had no movements. I ain't gonna lie. But like the more like we kind of just practice, and I'm just like, somebody's like, bitch, just watch some videos. And I was like, all right, cool. And then once I realized everything is just like dancing. I love to dance. My body moves well to the music. So if you think about how your body moves to the music, apply that shit in the bedroom. And bam, there you go. Presto. Just good loving.
I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
But you got to be willing to learn, though.
That's the biggest thing right there. That is the biggest thing right there. But before we go on, Boom, finish what you were saying, Boom.
About the 1,000 and 1,000. Yeah, just basically. So basically, man, females they like to get tore up, like we was just saying. Like some of them don't. Some be on that lovey-dovey shit, but regardless, the main difference is, like I said, they being penetrated and then they being dominated. Like, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time. Like, I mean, I guess it's funny to y'all if y'all like, yeah, bitch, I wrote this nigga's dick, blah blah blah. But I think it's just different when a nigga like, bro, I took her to Pound Town, like, nigga, I hit her with the Dougie, like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like 10, 20 different niggas say the same. Oh, I did it like
my
this.
Nigga said hit her with the Dougie though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I hit her with all that, like, so everybody just having that conversation of the position they done had you in, and then all of a sudden I'm over here like, will you marry me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's different when you do it with the man, though. Like he had this nigga, he had this bitch, but they look around and be like, well, he took care of every bitch he was with. So then you'll be more prone to getting married, like, you know what I'm saying, compared to a female just getting tossed around, all of a sudden she gets to you. She flexible, she got handprints, you know what I'm saying, some scratches for some weird shit she tried at the park. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I think it's different, bro. I just think it's different.
I'm really imagining 1,000 dudes really talking about all the ways they had your girl. And there's one dude over here with flowers and a ring talking about we.
Come on. You got you a good bitch, my nigga.
See the video of the girl? I actually shared a video on my podcast. The girl who said she slept with 6 men a day.
Man, them niggas was horny. They go way that shit.
That's a lot
tight.
going on. Like I said, I mean, I Boom is absolutely right in what he's saying. I just think that I would also look at somebody if a dude was saying yo was doing all that. Like, I'm like, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, he's still a nasty ass nigga. Do not get it twisted. He's still nasty.
Yeah,
it's just that he could win a little bit more because if he used the right, lubricants and shit, he might keep himself together. But it's just like a female. I don't know what they say. You gotta put some vinegar up there and some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Some vinegar. Oh my God! You talking about making homemade douches?
Whatever to snap your shit, whatever you gotta do to snap your shit back, you gotta snap your shit back.
Yeah, I don't think taking that many dicks is gonna snap anything back. You know,
right?
No, it's not happening.
6 a day.
It's not gonna happen. You taking all that wood, you ain't snapping back at some point. And the fact that you're taking that much wood, again, you're gonna want to keep moving up in the ranks.
Yeah,
you might start with a 6, and by the time you get to 500, You had about 9.5. Like,
I mean,
that
but
6 ain't gonna do it no more.
But that's what she said in the video. She said she kept having to sleep with guys because she didn't feel anything. She said she wasn't being pleased at this point. I'm like, well, bitch, ain't nobody tell you to be super hoe.
Facts.
Like, for
Speaking
real.
of, Laura, let me ask you a question, right? So, Valentine's Day, birthdays, Christmas, all that type of shit. Why do so many women believe that men aren't supposed to get gifts? Why is it that, say, Valentine's Day is only for women? Like, why is it a man can't get those I love you gifts as well? Why a man can't get them random ass thank you gifts or just being you gifts? Like, why is it only women are supposed to get that? Why do women believe that a man shouldn't even expect that? You a bitch if you expect me to give you a gift, or why the fuck would you even want that? You soft ass nigga, like all that type of shit. What is the problem with that?
Women were bred to be passively narcissistic. That's the
Mm.
problem. So the issue
Did I ever
is
tell you that I fucking like you? But keep going.
the issue is no one wants to address our behavior and the things that we do. See, I spoke on this like the other day. Society has it that men are basically toss them to the side. Y'all have to be strong every day. Y'all have to show us y'all love us through gifts and all that stuff just to even get your foot in the door. But women, we really don't have to bring nothing to the table. I don't know if you guys watch my page, but every Valentine's Day I do something really sweet for my husband. Last year I put a tent in the front room. I cooked him a dinner, and I laid flowers all out in the tent. I buy him like a bouquet of not flowers but candy. I placed it in there. So when he came home, I had rose petals on the floor, had the front room candle lit, and that was because I wanted to show him that he mattered and that you
He beat
know.
the brakes off that joint that night.
That nigga
No, we
crazy.
actually we fell asleep. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh,
We
that's
because
real love.
yeah, we be so tired. We work so hard, and it was just for me. I wanted him to know that he was more than my provider. You know what I'm saying? Because my husband provides for me. I don't have to work. If I work, it's because I want to get out the house away from the children. This year, I took my podcast room, which I'm not in. I took and I bought a bunch balloons, covered the whole room, the ceilings in white and red balloons, cooked him dinner, put a table in there. So when he came in, he had his plate on his side, my plate on my side, candles lit. I had a little table to have in there. I had a spread laid out with candy, fruits, and all type of stuff. Now he did get it that night. I had to give it to him that
Uh,
I know. But again, it's because I realized I used to get mad about little stuff, right? I'd be so mad. Like I tell my husband, like, I want to go get my nails done. He'd be like, okay, I ain't got time to take you this week. This is when I realized, okay, bitch, you might be a little bit spoiled and you might be a bit narcissistic. I cussed him out. And then I had called my girlfriend. I was like, man, this nigga don't love me. He don't love me. She was like, why don't he love you? I said, because first of all, he didn't pump my gas today. He didn't take me to go get my nails done. And he didn't, I forget what he did. It was something else that he didn't do, and I was mad about it. And she's like, bitch, is you retarded? I ain't even got a man. I'm trying to find a man. Here it is, your man pumps your gas. Your man pays for your nails. You want him to pay for your nails. You want him to take and drive you, then sit there with you, and then do this. And then when she said it back to me, I was like, damn, I'm a little sick in the head. And so from that
you
day,
fired for even realizing that though. You fired for even like really realizing that. Some people won't realize that. Like, fuck what you talking about.
No, no, no,
This
no,
how
no,
it's
no, no,
supposed to
no.
be.
They realize it, they just don't give a fuck.
no, I have to care. I have to care because I really chewed that man out and he didn't understand why I was so mad. And I was mad because he didn't understand. But the problem wasn't him, the problem was me. The problem was I didn't see my blessing. I didn't see how fortunate I am to have someone to put up with my bullshit and still be faithful, come home every night, provide for his family, still tell me he loves me and kiss me after I didn't cuss him the fuck out. He ain't walk out the door and leave like, you know what, F this, I'm going to my mama's house, I'm going to my brother's house or anything. He still was like, okay, babe, I love you. And you tripping though. When you calm down, we'll talk. And it was just like, damn, do you know how many other men would have handled this so differently? It's like you have to realize your blessings, even though
Facts.
you don't see it in that moment. You have to. You can't take it for granted. So from that moment, I said, whenever I try to watch when I say things to him because words cut. And you never know what people are holding on to when you say things. So that's why I try to watch how I deal with him. And I try to watch things that I say, but I also realized I was brought up this way. My stepfather, he washed the clothes. My stepfather did like all the yard work. You know, my stepfather did a lot. And I watched like how he handled my mom, how he handled me. And I realized that I was too entitled. My mom was entitled. We didn't appreciate him. So I never had to pump gas before. So like when he made me pump gas, I felt some type of way. So I was like, oh my God, you don't love me, make me pump gas. And I didn't even realize he was just tired, you know? So now I'll be pumping my own gas from time to time.
Yeah, I remember I was at work and having a conversation, work shit. And I was like, yeah, I do majority of the cooking in the house.
Mm.
And motherfuckers was like, what? What's your wife won't cook for you? And I'm like, what you mean? I like to cook. Yeah, but why the fuck is you cooking if she home? And I'm like, so hold on, my wife gotta cook just because she home? Like nigga, I make the shit that I want to eat. What the fuck's so wrong with that? And first of all, the dudes was like, fuck that. I'll be damned if I'm cooking if my wife home. I'm like, that's on y'all. The women is on the tip, like, oh, damn, how you put up with that? And I'm like, what you mean, how I put up with that? Now, these same women that asked me how I put up with that, when I was like, everybody was talking about like Valentine's Day, and I was like, yeah, my wife had grabbed me XYZ and did this, that, and the third. And they was like, what? She bought you something for Valentine's Day. Why the fuck would she do that? That ain't Valentine's Day ain't for you. And I'm like, see, that's why you always arguing with your fucking dude. Dumb shit like that. Like, why you can't show that nigga you appreciate him? That nigga appreciates you all year round. And that one day he's supposed to show you even more love, even though he showed you love all year round. But you can't do the same thing for him. It's so many women that believe that as well. There's no reason that a man should get a gift. Even when it comes to Christmas, somebody said, well, what the fuck is you supposed to get your man for Christmas? I'm like, what do he like? Do the nigga like watches? Do he like cologne?
Right.
Do you like the way he smelled with cologne on? Buy him the shit that you want to. First of all, that's a fucking double-edged sword right there. He gonna smell good and he gonna smell like what you want him to smell like. That just makes fucking sense. That's an easy gift. One thing for certain, two things for sure. As soon as my wife can't figure out what she want to get me, she gonna buy me some type of the flyest cologne she could think of. It works. It works for her and me at that point.
I think it goes back to what you guys talk about. A lot of people feel entitled, and society can cater to that.
Yep.
You don't have people checking people. So Alora was fortunate enough for somebody to say, you tripping. It could have easily been one of her homegirls could have easily said,
no.
Some other shit.
She got real friends in her circle.
Exactly.
That's what that was.
Right. And some people she could have had somebody else that would have been like, yeah, he tripping, blah, blah, blah. And it creates the society, and society creates this. Like I've really seen a lot of people trying to debate should a man get something on Valentine's Day. And you would be like, wow, that's crazy. Like Valentine's Day is a day of love and celebration.
Right.
But now some people in society have tried to force it to be that it's only about women.
Gender specific.
Right. And then, if a man gets something from a woman, it's going to be sex. But a man is supposed to pay all these different things and lay out all these things and
hold up,
but you getting the same sex
somebody
that you got on February 12th.
Yo, somebody literally told me that every year they husband get a dick suck for his birthday, and I'm like, so basically he only get one dick suck a year is what you trying to tell me? Because if he get his dick sucked any other day that year, then that is not a gift. It is not. You can't gift me. That's like me saying to you, here, happy birthday. Here go the toaster that was already in the kitchen.
Right.
The fuck?
Right. That's so society has made that. And then look, we all have podcasts, we all have shows, and we know right now that a lot of people say sensational type of shit to try to be relevant. And a lot of it's gonna be very controversial shit. So, Am I looking for flowers from my lady on Valentine's Day? Absolutely not. No, I'm not, but if she didn't get me anything, I'd be like, what the hell is going on? But society has become such a thing where they try to make it so diverse. And unfortunately, it benefits these people who really don't have the shit to begin with, because people who have it ain't gonna do that. So they try to. Even when I saw a woman that took a man out for a date, and she was asking people, and she bought him a cigar. I smoke cigars. She bought him a cigar, and people was like interrogating her about that she bought him a cigar, she bought him a little trinket, and people made it seem like she sure enough like got pregnant the same night from the nigga. And I'm like, God damn, like all she did was show some type of appreciation. And then women, unfortunately, because society has made people feel, or made women feel, to be entitled, where if we go out, you just show up. You don't even like the nigga. I at first I did not want to believe that to be true, and I've met women who believe that. I have met, and it's not like it's like,
they
don't get me wrong, it's dudes wilding out too. Dudes are trying to push money onto these women and gifts, and even I know y'all saw that recently where a dude was like, oh, he inboxed his woman 7 times and he would have took care of his son. Niggas try to do shit like that, but I know a woman who's basic as hell told me she did not like this guy, and in the same breath said she was going out with him. I'm like, why are you going out with him? You don't like him? She said a free meal's a free meal, and that's crazy.
Facts.
And I never forgot. I never forgot that. And I'm not saying that that's not a lot of women I know, but yes, it's a percentage of people who try to get over, and they're gonna use social media to try to push an agenda to try to make it fit. So yeah, it's gonna be an agenda where, hey, oh, you don't have to ride that dick, but he gotta pump you all night.
Right.
It's gonna be that agenda. It's gonna be that agenda that, hey, I want a man who, I remember one time this woman posted what she wanted in a man, and it was 12 things. And that's cool. You can write what you want.
This what you want. This what
I'm
you want.
retired by number 3.
I ain't in the way of you doing that. If you specify what you want, and you should specify what you want, my response is, this is a great list. What do you offer? And I swear to y'all, she posted 5 things, and one of them is something that all women have. And I was like, what man that has all these 12 things going to want to deal with you with your 5 things? That don't even make sense. Right. But society's going to make it feel like, hey, I don't have to be better. I can just complain, and if somebody's going to co-sign my stuff, and I don't ever have to be better. That's it.
A woman can go on 300 dates with one dude, and he should never expect no yams ever. Knowing that the day he hollered at you, the day you gave him your number, he was trying to fuck. He ain't holler at you because he thought you had a great personality, or your brain might have been amazing. No, he saw you and said, damn, I want to hit that. Let me give you my number. You take his number, you go on date after date after date after date. You did 10 days, and now soon as he insinuate fucking, it's like, oh, well, I'm not that type of person. Why would you come at me like that? Why are you going on all these dates with a nigga that you wouldn't want to fuck anyway?
Right. I'm not even going to give you my phone number if I'm not slightly attracted to you, because what's the point of wasting my time?
By date number 2, you know for a fact you don't even like this nigga.
I gotta play
fuck did you go on
now.
numbers? How did you make it to date 10 with a motherfucker you didn't like since date 2?
I gotta play devil's advocate now. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like there is a game. I mean, life is not actuality a game, but at the same time, it's a game, man. I understand no females, but they gonna be thirsty enough to keep taking you on however much that they cost over and over and over again. And you ain't feeling them, but a free meal is a free meal. Fuck, girl, get your fucking meal. Shit, fuck it, I'm gonna do the same shit on the male side. Like, I might not plan on hitting this chick, but at the same goddamn time, though, shit, she talk about Red Lobster, Outback, Benihana's, whatever. Shit, I'm not about to be like, nah. Now, it's your job.
Hey, let me ask you this. Boom. You holler at a chick, get her number, y'all conversate. She asks you on a date. Y'all go on a date. She pay for everything. Are you obligated to give up that dick that night?
Hell no, but I can if I want to. But it just
Why
depends
aren't
on if I even. It depends on if I want to. But I ain't never obligated to give up my dick anytime we go out to eat. That's what I'm saying. And she not also. But at the same time, that's what you should know when you do come around and you ask somebody. If you a real one, female or male, you gonna know if you about to get the cheeks by day two. First off, both of y'all know what y'all want to do with each other by the first 10 minutes. Like
facts?
females just more of a they gonna conserve themselves until they don't want to be filled and look like a hoe. And I fucked him in 2 3 days, but in actuality, shit, she was ready to fuck him right then and there for real, for real. And then especially after if his conversation right, and a man can talk to a woman, really talk to a woman. Like not just listen, but able to really talk and make some type of sense. Man, nigga, you could get the drugs the same fucking night, my nigga. You just got it ain't got nothing to do with game. It's just all about damn this nigga smart as fuck. Damn, this nigga know what the fuck he talking about. Damn, I want to fuck this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the first
Real
fucking
shit.
night. You know what I'm saying? So by the third, fourth date, you keep taking this person out and you see ain't no action. It's the same shit. What you want to eat? All right, see the game.
Mm.
Some old boring ass conversation. Take you, but yes, you gonna keep going to get the free meal, the free red lobster. Nigga, I get steak and lobster today off your
First of
goofy
all,
ass.
if you excited about bogus ass Red Lobster, that's a problem by
Right.
I'm
itself.
just
Right.
right,
Right.
facts. But I'm just saying, in sense, like it's still free, like whatever it is. If you taking me to $100 date or a month, because don't get it twisted. I mean, I know everybody up here probably some ballers, I ain't judging. But nigga, Red Lobster, nigga, you come out that bitch, nigga, that bitch, you spend like 150, 160 minimum. So for me, you know what
And
I'm saying? That's
you spent all that bread and didn't even enjoy that
And
shit.
no
That's the
fuck,
didn't
not at
even.
no fucking Red Lobsters. I'm not
fuck
spending
no.
no 150, 160 at Red Lobsters.
Hey, hold up, Allure. So let's ask you if you take a dude out, you pay for the date and all that, is he obligated to give up that wood that night?
No, and this is my thing. I date with purpose. I'm not just going to sit and waste my time with you. If I go out with a guy, it's because I see potential. I'm going to eventually want to probably sleep with him. I'm not even going to lie. Like I already know from the moment I meet you if I'm going to sleep with you or not. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
It's just I am going to want to go on a couple of dates to see if you're worth sleeping with because like I said, I don't just sleep with anybody. It's about your energy because we could have a great connection as far as us just being great friends. But by date 3, I realized that I can't sleep with you because if I sleep with you, you're probably going to stalk me for the next, 6 to 7
Oh,
weeks
you one of
because
them. You
Oh
one of
wow.
you know
them.
what
Here
I'm
we
saying?
Okay.
go.
Oh
So
wow.
Here we
it's
go.
like no, I take things like that into account. So it's like I want to get to know a person. I want to see how they handle me during these days. A person don't show you always who they are, but there are little clues. So for me, if I take a guy out, I'm not expecting anything from him the first time. Like when I go on dates, I always kind of like let's go halfies on the first day I let him pay for it. The second day I'm gonna pick up the tab because I want him to know like I'm not here just for this. I really want to get to know you. I want to see where things can go. And then if things progressing and I'm just like, okay, I feel you, you feel me, we're gonna have that discussion of whether we're gonna sleep together or not. Because
That's the
it doesn't need to
discussion.
be guessed. And I don't want him to be sitting here like I'm just hoping and praying because nigga, I probably been thinking about it though since the first date and I'm trying to
Hey,
have
but
some
let me
control
ask you
over
a question
myself.
right quick. Let me ask you a question. If it's gonna be a discussion, how would that discussion go? I want to know.
So so if it's gonna be a discussion, I usually ask him like, so I'm kind of feeling you and I kind of want to take things a little bit further. I'll ask him, I want to take it to the next level. What you think about that? Sure, I
See,
want to
y'all
take
be
it to the next level
bullshitting.
too.
I don't know what's going on with these people, man. Y'all be bullshitting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to take it to the next.
For me, the next level is, as sleep. Am I frozen?
No.
Oh, is the next level is us sleeping together usually,
Huh?
and then if we sleep together, then normally you're like, okay, depending on how it was, I might call you. You might just be, you might be, there's categories. Everyone has categories. You have the guy who you just like, oh, he is so sweet, he is so nice, but I'm gonna keep him over here for a little bit, and I'll let you know. I'm gonna
Simp
tell you like
man.
right
Put
now.
him in a simp man.
No.
She'd have put
I'm
even
gonna
simpler.
be
The friend
I'm
zone,
gonna
the
be
friend zone,
upfront.
Ross. She'd have put him in the friend zone.
Yeah, he did.
She just turned into a simp, my nigga.
No. See, here's the thing. I seen where this conversation was going. That's why I wasn't even going to say nothing because
It's not.
even without her saying it, I knew she was headed that way. Talk your shit, Allura. Talk your shit.
But listen, I'm not gonna friend zone you and just be like, oh, I want you to do for me. I had a friend that we slept together, and well, a guy was dating, and we slept together, and I was like, oh my goodness, this ain't hitting, but he was an amazing person, and I told him, I said, you know what, I just don't think we mash as a couple or just sleeping together. And that person, we've been friends for a very, very long time. Never slept together again. Call him, check up on him. Hey, how you doing? This and this and that. And he's one of my closest friends. You can do that. You guys can be honest so no one gets hurt. You know
See,
what I'm saying?
that's
I would
where
have
the
been
problem.
hurt if you.
Does
I'd
he
have been
try
hurt.
to? Does he try to hit on you? Does he try to hit on you now?
No,
Okay, cool. Well, that's
never.
good.
See,
Listen,
That's
the
good.
problem comes in as you see how you said y'all had a conversation. You let them know like this is what it's hitting for. Most women will not have that conversation. Most women will just slap the dude in the friend zone and keep reaping the benefits of him trying without saying it. Because 9 out of 10, once you tell a dude in the friend zone, he ain't about to be doing all these motherfucking dates. He ain't about to be spending all this bread on you. But if I don't say that and I just slap you in the friend zone now, you can hit me up and say, yo, let's go out to eat. I go out to eat with you. You drop me back off. I'm calling the next nigga over to come knock my head off.
but
That
that's the
goes
thing though.
that
We pay for each other. Like if we go out one
Yeah,
day,
that's
he'll
what she.
pay. The
Her
next
Cause
friend
time
zone
y'all,
is
I'll
cause
different.
y'all
pay.
actually, so that's the
yeah, y'all
difference.
friends.
He's
Yeah.
not in the friend zone. Y'all
Yeah.
No,
actually
he's not
friends.
y'all friends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but
Now,
just
and
like
then the same
being
thing, you don't make the friend zone after you hit. You know what I'm saying? The whole
That's
purpose
not
of the
true.
friend zone. That is
That's not
true. The
No,
true.
whole
he
purpose.
definitely made it
no,
after
you can
he
still be
did.
in the friend
That's
zone
what I'm
after you
saying.
hit. Yeah, you can still be in the
No,
friend zone.
no, no,
All right,
because see, the
let's
whole problem.
define the friend zone is. I did a whole episode on friend zone because really a person cannot put you in the friend zone. You put yourself in the friend zone.
Exactly.
If
Okay.
I'm interested in a person and I have informed them that I am attracted to them, that I want to be with them in that capacity, and they turn me down. If I continue to try to deal with them, I'm in the friend zone.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Yeah, that's what. Just like what
But
you said earlier, boom.
but no. But
Just like
go
what you
ahead.
said
Go ahead.
earlier. If I am dating a woman and the first date, it just all right, cool. We went out. That was it. There has to be some type of time frame from the first date to the second date to the third date. And if it just like you said earlier, if it's no conversation, nothing is moving, there's no direction, and I don't hear from you, it ain't really nothing popping. But every time I say, hey, let's go out to eat, and you say, yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah,
That's on me. You're stupid. You are stupid.
But you still put your. No, but you right. You put yourself in the friend zone. But what I'm saying is, if you haven't got the cheeks yet, bro, if you ain't got the cheeks and you still trying to make this person give you the cheeks, however you try and do it, whatever date you're taking them on or whatever gifts you're giving them, and this person already know in the back of their head that they ain't gonna never ever let you touch them. Then at the end of the day, they don't put you in the friend zone because you still
put
trying to get
yourself,
something.
nah, boo.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
put
yeah.
yourself in the friend zone.
Listen, you
Listen
put
to
yourself
what
there.
you just said.
The reason you put yourself there is definitely because you're sitting here paying to try and get something that you're
Well,
not gonna get.
let me help you out, boom. Boom. Let me help you out. First off, nigga, you know she ain't gonna give you them yams.
Mhm.
That's
You
what
know
I'm
it.
saying. That's
You
what I'm
decided,
saying.
no, you just even though she didn't tell you, you know the vibe. You know when a chick is not giving you that vibe, like you gonna ever feel them yams. You ain't never gonna see what that
See,
throat hitting for.
that's the friend zone, but that's the
No,
friend
what
zone
a,
right there.
yeah,
The
it
friend,
is. It is. No, hold
she
on,
gonna get.
boom. Hold on, boom. It is the friend zone, but what they're saying is you allowed yourself to be there. She's not gonna tell you that you're there. You allowed
Nah.
yourself to know that you never getting these yams, but you still trying. You putting in
But
extra
she
work
knew that
for
she
some.
wasn't never gonna get. But she knew she wasn't gonna never give it to you
that's
anyway.
not
But
you're right.
that's not
You're
up
right,
to
Pete,
her.
about that.
So that's
Listen,
But
so that's
why
what I'm
she?
saying. She
But
put you
why
there.
she no, she didn't put you there. I have a friend that I didn't. Well, I did tell him when we ain't never sleep together. I told him that it wasn't going to happen. And for almost 2 years, this guy still drove 2 hours to come and see me,
friend zone.
take me out to dinner,
Yep.
take me out to the movies, and we'll drive back home and not get nothing. And it
Now
did not bother him. But when
that
he
is the
got,
simp. Those are simp moves.
but
It,
he
it
got
I'm
is,
contained.
and he
saying,
put himself in the friend zone too.
But
Exactly.
but he
but
got
he
the
got
game
contained
for it.
Anything. Here's the thing. Okay, I'll give you an example. I was feeling this girl a while back, and I said, "Hey, I'm interested." I said, "Hey, would you like to go out on a date?" She said, "Yes." All right, cool. Now I'm a very direct person, and I said, "Hey, I'm looking forward to this date, but I do want to say, are you interested in me in that capacity?" She said, "No." Do y'all think we went on that fucking date?
Fuck no.
Probably
No,
not.
we didn't go on that
But
date,
that's
because if
not
we
you
would have
putting.
went on that
That's not
date
you.
after I expressed I was interested in her, and she not interested in me, then my dumb ass is in the friend zone.
Facts.
Correct.
No
No, no,
one
no.
can put you in the
You
yeah.
put yourself. Listen. If a female, if you walked up to that same female and she was like right then and there, knew she wasn't gonna fuck with you. She knew it off rip. But when you asked her to go on a date, she's like, "Shit, I wonder where this thing gonna take me." So you take her on a date. Boom. That's her first point of putting you in the red. That's the first beginning because she ain't simply just put you in the friend zone, but she do want to see where you gonna fucking take her. Now she's saying where you gonna take her. She's still in the back of her mind, not gonna fuck with you ever since you asked her to take her on the first
Yeah,
fucking
but
date.
it's
She knew she wasn't gonna fuck with you.
When
You
I
didn't
told,
know that, my nigga, because even
hold on.
and
Think
that's
about it
why
like
you
this.
ask.
Hold on. Boom.
And
Think
you
about it
boom,
like
didn't
this.
that's
know
why
that.
you ask.
Hold on,
You ask
real quick.
direction. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it easy for you. Boom. Think about it like this, right? You know that if you get on the roller coaster, you're gonna throw up. But you walk up to the
Right.
motherfucking craziest roller coaster possible and jump on that motherfucker. That's on you that you
Yeah.
threw up. That's not on the boy that hit the button to make the roller coaster go.
Right.
That ain't on the
Yep.
person that built the motherfucker. That ain't
No,
on the
but that's
person
not the
that stood in
same
line
thing. I
before
get where
you.
I get the
It ain't
analogy.
on
I
no,
get the
no. That is,
analogy, but it's not the same thing because I
it's
did.
the same
See, in
exact
your
thing. What do you
analogy,
mean?
no, because you're telling me that I knew I was gonna throw up in the analogy as far as being put in the friend zone and you putting
You
yourself
know if a
as
chick ain't
your
gonna give you the pussy. You know
listen,
it.
that's not true, man. Listen,
All right. Boom.
that's what I
You
started
know what?
Hey,
You know what I hear.
that's what I started off with the
Go ahead.
game, right? Hold on, listen. Let me just
Go
get
ahead.
this out. That's where I started off with the game, right?
You
So
sound like a nigga
basically,
that been friend zoned a
females run a
lot,
game
boom.
just like nah. I just know. Listen, because I probably friend zone somebody, but what I'm saying is females know what they gonna do. They know how to run a game. Therefore, if a female knows she's not gonna fuck with them, but she gonna get what she want out of this nigga, she may lead you on. I don't get around like that. I don't do all this. I don't do all that. So you in your fucking mind sitting there thinking that you're gonna get these texts.
but
Whole
that's
time
not
she
running
telling you
game
that
though.
running game on you. It is because
You
you sitting here. Listen, you sitting here thinking that this girl really this good old good girl, right? And then all of a sudden you find out she getting blasted by Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, damn, bitch, why I couldn't get it? Because your stupid ass, she didn't want you, but she was
But
using you
isn't
for
it
your
I
your
dinners.
get it
job?
now.
But
I get
but
it
isn't
now.
it your
You see what
Your
I'm
job
homie
saying?
hit,
That's what I'm
to
your
know
saying.
homie
where
hit
it's
and you
gonna
couldn't.
go?
That's
That's
why
why
you
you
mad. I
need to
get it.
have these conversations. But me, because I have like this disconnect with feelings and emotions. That's why I'm always honest with people. Like my husband tell you, like I do something and I'm gonna be 100% honest because I don't know how what I'm doing is going to hurt someone else or how it's going to affect someone else. I've only been in love once. I've been in love with my husband. I've dated a lot of guys before, but I never felt no connections with them where I felt like it was going to go somewhere. So when coming into it, I've always been very vocal and very forward. Listen, um, I don't have the capacity to love right now. I'm not going to fall in love with you. I am not going to be serious because I don't have it in me right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I've always just had that disconnect. So I felt like it was my job to let them know that. But those males, they still continue. They still continue because they felt like they could
Yeah,
change
that's
me.
their fault,
They
and that's
felt
their
like
fault.
Listen,
That's their
they
listen,
could
fault.
make
listen,
me feel
But
some type of way.
I'm
listen.
saying
Hold
you're
on,
not
hold on,
running
hold
that
on, hold
game.
on,
You're
hold
not
on,
running that game
hold the
where you
fuck
saying
on,
to them.
hold on. At the end of the day, We going way too far with this conversation unnecessarily. At the end of the day, nigga, you knew you wasn't gonna get the pussy if you kept spending bread, you kept going on dates. That's the fuck on you. You can't be mad at her for taking advantage of you.
Y'all taking the game away from the females, and this shit is raw, dog. Y'all taking it away from the females, and it's so raw.
No, I'm not taking it away. I'm not taking it away from nobody. No, I'm not.
You making a nigga put it on himself when these females really raw like that,
nigga. You gotta put it on yourself for being dumb enough to allow her to do it.
Yes, that's your personal choice.
Boom. This is how you deal with it. To deal with, avoid being in the friend zone, asking direct questions.
Yes, yo,
I ain't in no friend zone. I'm not talking for
is
me.
you gonna let
I'm
me
talking
fuck
for my
or
friend
no?
zone.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is you gonna let me fuck or no? Fuck that.
No, I'm saying, right.
You can say it like Ross said it,
exactly.
or you can say, "Hey, I'm interested in you." And guess what? Boom, a person can still lie and say, "Yeah, I'm interested in you like that too." Then her actions dictate to you.
I'm saying.
Right. She
correct,
could, but she can't get away with it if you
So we should just end it with both parties are responsible. Both parties are responsible.
This going way.
You're right.
This going way too far. At the end of the,
you can't just end it with the nigga put on herself when she's sitting here telling him she feeling him. She really ain't.
Listen, at the end of the day, every person on this planet is responsible for themselves. So we're not about to sit here and blame somebody else for you putting yourself in a certain box that you don't want to be in when you could have got out of that box. It is what the fuck it is. But we about to get the fuck up out this camp because I see Boom about to go full tilt in a second. I know how this nigga feel. So before we get out of here,
about that girl, he about to go knock on her door. Bitch, you told me I was gonna get the red lobsters. I was gonna get the
Hey, listen.
Hey, hold on. I'm the one that got away. Go, Boom. Let that shit go, Boom. It is what it is. Let everybody know where they can find you.
That's what they tell me.
Let everybody know where they can find you,
man. You ain't know, man. What's up, man? You can find me on Facebook. Give it to God, Boom. Also, podcast lit. About to be back because I got some shit coming up for that. But yeah, that's about it, man. Podcast lit, and I'm the motherfucking catch. Trust me, I'm the one that got away. That's what they tell me. Go ahead,
that's right. That's how you supposed to feel.
Roger the fuck down.
That's what it is. God damn
Gary,
it, that's what it is.
Let them know where they can find you, Gary.
You guys can find me at C Plan Do Show. That's SEEPLANDO Show, where we talk motivation, inspiration, education. You can also check me out on all socials, Life Coach Gary with 2 R's, GARRY O'Neal, and my show airs every week, so check it out.
Roger that, Miss Allura.
Hey guys. Again, it's Allura D, and you can catch my podcast, the Lauren Hour Podcast, over on the Lauren Hour Network on YouTube. I am on all streaming sites, and you guys know I shoot like my personality, whenever, wherever. But thank you guys for having me on. I'm so excited about tonight.
Most certainly. This was a great conversation, man. Listen, at the end of the day, we talked about double standards. A lot of people want to put shit on other motherfuckers. The thing is, you got to be responsible for your fucking self. You can't keep saying men ain't shit just because I'm a woman. You can't say bitches ain't shit just because I'm a man. It is what the fuck it is. Sometimes you are the motherfucking problem. And if you in the friend zone, then your dumb ass need to be in the friend zone for sitting there. It's just that fucking simple.
Stop buying them cheddar biscuits. Stop buying them cheddar biscuits.
You know for a fact that she is not giving you no head, but you sitting there begging for it. That's the fuck on you. First of all, as soon as a chick see that you begging for it, oh yeah, they gonna keep dangling that carrot. It's just that motherfucking simple. So yes, you're gonna be cheddar baked biscuits 3 times a week. And what you don't know is, nigga, your name saved in her phone as Cheddar Baked Biscuits.
It
is
Cheddar Baked Biscuits. She know when that phone ring, it's Red Lobster coming.
Exactly. She know when you text and call, she about to get a motherfucking meal. It is what the fuck it is. We out this
bitch. And if she full, she ain't answering.
Facts. All on the table, baby. Wow.
Hating on your homie, that's a no-no. Fighting over pussy, that's a no-no. Snitching on your dog, that's a no-no. We don't follow trends, we follow pro code. All my chicks got money, ain't no broke hoes. And we share them bitches, that's the bro code. We gotta stick together, streets so cold. And I break that with my folks, that's the bro code. The Perkins got me moving all in slow-mo. I can still aim and shoot him with the fofo. Banging on her like LeBron in the post though. Trying to put the rap game in the chokehold. All these other rappers sound so-so. I'm not impressed with them, let them all know so. I'm everywhere, you never there, you a no-show. Hey, you niggas never winning, but you close though. Never hate your brother, that's a no-no. But you niggas still do it, man, you loco. Fighting over pussy, that ain't your hoe, bro. She bounce with everybody, like a pogo. The game's up and down like a yo-yo. You make it cross the line and talk to the popo. That'll get your brains turned into fro-yo. Get you smoked like a nigga took a Tokyo. Red dot you like a flag out in Tokyo. Pound 7 got a nose like Pinocchio. Acting like a bitch, then you get exposed, ho. I'm just sticking to the script like I'm supposed, yo. All my chicks got money, ain't no broke hoes. And we share them bitches, that's the broke code. We gotta stick together, streets so cold. And I break that with my folks, that's the broke code. Yeah. All my hoes got dough, ain't no cheap chicks. And they sexy and they all be on some freak shit. Brains good enough to put her on the Dean's list. Plus I'm so wavy, make them all seasick. I'm sipping on some syrup like 3-6. Use the tech well like I'm on some peak shit. We're short to stand by your word like a prefix. But your niggas half a month too weak, bitch. You niggas turn bitches, call them D. Smith. When you start ballin', now they on defense. They was on your team, nigga, that's a pretense. These niggas good at acting, good at pretense. I'm shitting on these niggas, get the deep ends. Will I kill them all now? Where that depends. I used to have 30, now I got 3 friends. Me, myself, bitch, I got my reasons. Go against the grain, nigga, call it treason. Be you in the casket with the pastor and the deacon. I'm on my grind, $250,000 by the weekend. Plus I'm on the edge, bout to dive off in the deep end. All my chicks got money, ain't no broke hoes. And we share them bitches, that's the broke code. We gotta stick together, streets so cold. And I break that with my folks, that's the broke code. And I break that with my folks, that's the broke code. And I break that with my folks, that's the broke code. And I break that with my folks, that's the broke code.
I'ma beat it up like I'ma lick you down, hold you down, pull them panties down. No stop and go, it's a rodeo. Hold on for this ride. I see it in your eyes. Your mind is hypnotized. Tryna fantasize what I'ma do when I'm between them thighs. I'ma lick you down, hold you down, pull them panties down. No stop and go, it's a rodeo. Hold on for this ride. I see it in your eyes. Your mind is hypnotized. Tryna fantasize what I'ma do when I'm between them thighs. Temptation's hard to resist whenever I'm in the room. Nobody's talking, but our body's talking, yeah. Adrenaline rushing, but I'ma take my time with ya. Mirror on the ceiling so you can see how good we fucking. We chasing us like squirrels, preparing for hibernation. Switching positions, exploring different combinations. Body tripping, sweat precipitation. They want for participating. Jeans in your imagination. Don't you know I'm contemplating? Don't try to run when you're coming. Tongue ain't got you moaning. The music loud, but damn, the neighbors still hear you scream. Blow out them candles and let me light up your sexy ass body. Christmas is coming, but I can't stop acting fucking naughty. I'ma lick you down, hold you down, pull them panties down. No stop and go, it's a rodeo. Hold on for this ride. I see it in your eyes. Your mind is hypnotized. Tryna fantasize what I'ma do when I'm between them thighs. I'ma lick you down, hold you down, pull them panties down. No stop and go, it's rodeo. Hold on for this ride. I see it in your eyes. Your mind is hypnotized. Tryna fantasize what I'ma do when I'm between them thighs. Increasing friction with this bumping and grinding. Body connection got the temperature in here rising. If sex were a pair of shoes, girl, I would wear that ass out. Feeling you out like an apple education, I'm higher, no doubt. I'm overqualified. Put it in your life. Energize a bunny, we could do it all night. Dripping in the sauce. I know you want me. I can see it in your eyes. You so horny. Don't try to run when you're coming. Tongue ain't got you moaning. The music loud, but damn, the neighbors still hear you scream. Blow out them candles and let me light up your sexy ass body. Christmas is coming, but I can't stop being fucking naughty. I'ma lick you down, hold you down, pull them panties down. No stop and go, it's a rodeo. Hold on for this ride. I see it in your eyes. Your mind is hypnotized. Tryna fantasize what I'ma do when I'm between them thighs. I'ma lick you down, hold you down, pull them panties down. No stop and go, it's rodeo. Hold